Sync. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Not a whole lot, brother. Not a whole lot. It was a pretty mellow week, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You had school project?
School project. Also on a school trip away. Okay, to continue this conversation we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Is I met a couple new buddies on this trip of mine, right? And so I'm Mexican and they're Asian, so I've been calling them Nammers, and they've been calling me Spick, going back and forth.
Beauty, yeah. As you guys should be.
No shit. What was it you were saying that they do?
So, I work with Nammers back in the day at a metal shop. And for the longest time, I went to the bathroom and I always noticed work boot marks like on the toilet seat.
Yeah. Like facing which way? Facing front or facing back?
Like facing like as you would be standing taking a piss, but it's up on the seat, not your feet aren't on the floor.
Okay.
Feet are up on the toilet seat.
Yeah.
So it was brought to my attention that it was the Nammers that were doing this, and it's like, I think it's a thing that they do. Now I can't like say that for sure, but like my shop was like full of a lot of Nammers, and it was like a regular thing. Boot marks on the toilet seat.
Do you think it's because like back home they shit in holes?
Yeah, I thought so. Honestly,
and they're just used to it.
Yeah, I think that's
like.
I thought that might have something to do with it.
I'm being completely serious,
but I never asked them, so I don't know. So it's up to you to ask your buddies now.
Hey, bro, you shit in holes?
Them, like, you sick fuck, stand on the toilet seat.
Like, these guys are pretty fucking whitewash.
Ask him though. I want to know if it's a thing. And I think like I had the same thought though. They must be like shitting in fucking holes.
Because if it's like an older generation thing, I wonder if they like come home and their mom's just fucking
it was
standing.
It was all old dudes though. It was for sure. But I don't know. That's weird, man. I don't get it.
I've never seen that before in my life.
And even if you did do that, you don't gotta do that here. What the fuck you doing, man?
Yeah, the whole point of like coming here is to not do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, that toilet
family
works.
values, man. Family values.
I don't know about value, but maybe it's just missing fucking home.
Interesting though. So ask those guys, and I want to answer on our next week's episode.
I'll text them right after the episode. We'll find out.
Dope. What else you get up to? Anything?
I went away on this trip to Victoria, which was pretty good. Like I said, met a bunch of buddies, but.
So how long was the trip for?
It was just 3 days.
And
so
it was
like Friday, Saturday,
just
Sunday.
a study thing or what?
Well, it's like basically like it's an introduction to the school, the business school I'm in. So basically, it's like you get to meet people in the school, see how BD works, and yada yada yada. Right? Basically, like kind of like a retreat or like a team building retreat for basically new students to interact and meet people.
How many people went?
Like 170.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir. We stayed at a fucking pimp hotel, Fairmont, right on the water.
You guys get loaded,
dude. So this is the thing. It's fucking burnt. It's a dry trip, but obviously we're like, fuck it, not a problem, right? We're just gonna go get lit.
It's a dry trip because it's a school thing.
Exactly, right? But we're like, fuck it, won't be a problem. And so we get there and we start talking to our group leader, right, Buddy Miles, and he ends up being this like big stoner, super chill guy. He's like, bro, you can't do this. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, fuck off. We're gonna do this anyways. Come with us, right?
Nice.
And he's like, no, you don't understand. Like, there's supposed to be 2 of us in the hotel lobby till 3 a.m. every single night. And we're like, that's fucking burnt. Why? Like, we're not children. We're not 12 years fucking old. Yeah. So at first we were like, fuck it. Like, we're just going to have fun anyways, right? And then we found out that, I guess the semester beforehand, they went up to Whistler, which first off is way fucking better than Victoria. But some kid went out clubbing, came back at like 2 a.m., like a couple of them, absolutely sloshed. They got kicked out of the school.
That's pretty weak, bro.
Buddy,
I'm in university.
I'm 25.
I'm going to be like loaded probably in class.
I am 25 and you're treating me like I'm 12.
That's fucked up.
It was really fucked up. Like, we were so burnt, but it ended up being like a good trip because I met some buddies. Like, this was first semester at this new school, so like still kind of getting used to things and trying to meet people and stuff. And this like gave me a bunch of good guys to hang out with, so it was good.
So did you guys get loaded then or no?
I brought a dab pen. We snuck some Mickeys in, but it was like super mellow. And the shitty thing is, man, there's that Unreal Club literally like 2 blocks down the street from where we were staying. Any
females in this course?
Pardon? Not at all.
Oh, no.
There's literally like no bullshit because I'm not into Asians at all. Yeah. Nor am I into brown girls. There's 4 white people. And all of them are dudes, including me.
Just like I like it, buddy.
Yes, sir. The 1%, baby.
Right on, dude. So what you got back late night on Sunday?
On Sunday, yeah.
Cool. So are these trips going to be like a thing now? Do you guys do this like team building thing a lot? Or what?
No, it's just the one time.
Okay.
But like it was going really good, and then
kind of a good way to start off, because you guys just started, so kind of a good way to start the semester.
Oh, it's deadly. 100%
Cool.
it was deadly. Like, meet a bunch of people, go out fun. You're kind of like forced to make friendships, right? Because you're in close quarters with people over a weekend.
Yeah.
It's good.
Not good for me, because you know me.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't care to make friends.
No, I know you don't. You
But,
get ripped and chill in your room. But
I would be the guy that got drunk and kicked out.
Yeah, but by like, yeah, no shit. But by Sunday we were like vibing, like it was a good time.
Cool.
And then we were got forced to go to the museum and listen to the speech. And then in the middle of the speech, I was looking at my phone and I got the news.
Oh,
that Kobe passed. And dude, I like when I first saw it, like we have to address this.
yeah,
But
no, it's just
when I first saw it, I thought it was fake because I got a notification from TMZ and I'm like, dude, there's no way. And I tapped my buddy Jake next to me and I'm like, bro, like look at this, like it says Kobe died. I'm like, dude, fuck off. There's no way, not a chance, right?
Yeah.
And then just more notifications start coming through Twitter. All of a sudden, ABC News parts up. Yo, did you see that ABC News?
Talk to me.
I was about to misspeak for a second. They reported originally that their entire family was on the flight.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Originally, I heard 5 people.
No,
And then I was like, oh, it was just Kobe. No mention of Gianna.
Yeah, no Gia, and then we found out after.
And later on, it was 9 people mentioned her, and all the other people there too.
So fucking sad, man. This is like,
oh man, like
you and I were talking the other day. Like this is just like a, like we were talking about like Juice WRLD dying and some of the other rappers and stuff, and we were saying like how, like when some of these other people die or celebrities die, normally it's not a big deal because a lot of the times like the deaths make sense, right? Like
they
you
did
look
it
at,
to
like,
themselves.
Yeah, you look at Mac Miller, he OD'd doing drugs. You look at Juice WRLD, he OD'd on drugs because he was drug running.
Yeah, and it doesn't diminish. Like it's not like I'm saying. Like it's still a huge thing, and it's accidental. But I'm like, to me, like the Kobe thing is a straight tragedy.
Exactly. There's not a cause or a reason behind it. It
No,
literally just,
he
this
didn't.
just sucks.
Wasn't not about anything. Like he's just about his girl. Like I remember seeing him at WNBA games with his daughter sitting front row, arm around her. And they're like pointing on the court and teaching her like the footwork, and like he was going to the Mamba Academy to coach her team, and like the guy was like a straight assassin on the court. You had all these guys that were coming out, and everyone was so quick to name him the next Michael Jordan, like guys like Harold Miner and like J.R. Ryder or Isaiah Ryder, like, and like none of the guys came close. And then here comes Kobe at 17 years old. I remember him in his high school gym when he declared that he was going to go pro. Like Boys to Men were in the gymnasium. This guy took Brandy to the prom at 16.
So he wasn't around for that.
I'll never forget him standing at the podium with the shades over his head, and Shaq said like the first time Shaq met him, LA acquired his rights at the draft from Charlotte, traded Vlade Divac for him. And Shaq said the first time Kobe ever met him, he said he was going to be the greatest player in the NBA and he was going to be better than Michael Jordan. And like for an 18-year-old to say that,
that's pretty big.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And then he goes from saying that to his rookie year playoffs against Utah. He shot 4 air balls. And they were bad, bro. At the end of the game, Shaq was fouled out. Robert Horry was injured, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, he was in, and he was coming off the bench in his rookie year. So,
yeah.
And, fucking 18, 17, you're going to be struggling
man,
in the
you're
league,
a kid.
obviously.
You're a kid playing against grown men.
So they put him in there, and he shot 4 air balls, and they ended up losing. They're out of the playoffs. And Kobe went home that night, stayed up all night in the gym, worked on his game. And, like, right there was the defining moment of his career, because right there, that was the switch that led it to Kobe was like, I'm never going to fail again.
Never going to do that ever again.
And he's like, he hands down, like, I've been watching his highlight films and stuff the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And hands down, he is the best, toughest shot maker in the history of basketball.
He plays ISO bully ball. Single-handedly plays bully ball.
At the end of the game, there's like 2-3 guys on him when he's hitting the winning shot. It's not just one guy. If I remember correctly, I think he's had 40 game winners.
It's something ridiculous.
You know what I mean? So 5 championships, 18-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 2-time scoring champ, 1 MVP. Here's the thing, too. Not only was he great offensively, but he was a 12-time All-Defensive team. With 9 of them being a starter, I don't think anyone has more than that.
No.
So not only did he bring it on the offensive end, he brought it just as bad on the defensive
front
end.
to back the
like,
whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like the people, I think there's only 3 people cut from that cloth that I've seen in my lifetime with that just killer instinct. I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Tiger Woods.
In your lifetime, yeah.
That kind of special DNA where I'm not just going to beat you. I'm going to obliterate you. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to go right through you. I don't care who you are. It's those 3. I don't know. It's so sad. Like,
this is the crazy thing. Like, to some people, like, obviously we're big into basketball and this means a lot to the entire basketball world, but I've never seen the death of somebody, like especially an athlete or a celebrity, like have this big of an impact on people, right? And this is just a testament to how much people cared about him, how much he did, right? Outside of his sports accolades, like we just went over, insane.
One person comes to mind.
Who do you think?
Michael Jackson when he died. The whole world was crying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The whole world cried. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
when he died, I was just like, that was like, you know, ends of the earth. You know, people that you didn't even know would know Michael Jackson. Let's be real.
Yeah,
like this
out.
is how I remembered me. I was just like,
was it for days? Was it for like a day? Like how long did?
Yeah, like he had his funeral in L.A. I think Michael did.
Yeah,
and it was like ridiculous. Like Kobe's funeral in L.A. Man, it's gonna be.
But it was one of those things,
I don't even want to think about it, but it's just gonna be so crazy, man. Like,
it is gonna be crazy. But I've never seen like because Michael Jackson, like him dying, I was a little young for that, right?
Right. Yeah.
But for me, this is the first time something like this happened where like I got the news. I saw it on Sunday and I was in like getting lectured by this fucking whack ass lady at the museum.
Yeah.
I was like shoot myself fucking thing. The director of our like program, like because I was rolling with this like goon squad kind of crew and we're all passed the fuck out in the back, right? She just hate us the whole entire time. But when I got the news, like that rest of that day just felt heavy. And then I've seen that before, but then all of Monday, you couldn't even go through social. It was just Kobe post. People weren't posting. People weren't trying to just carry on. Like everybody had almost taken a day to just be sad and just respect him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I've never seen that before. I've never seen the world shut down like that.
When you see grown men crying and none of us have even met Kobe, but he leaves an imprint like this, like, and like the thing is, this is the thing too. Okay, we all know how good he was on the court.
Yeah.
Off the court, he was involved. He started, I know, a hedge fund. It had over $2 billion in assets. He had a children's podcast out, children's books. He had a multimedia company, his own studios. He won an Oscar for Dear Basketball. That was a poem he wrote for his love of basketball. And they made that into a short animated film, and he won an Oscar.
Dude, he was just getting started when it came to post basketball. Like
it might have been greater than his on the court career, bro.
Dude, he's been retired for how long? Like 4 years?
2016 was the last.
Yeah, 4 years, and you know how much shit he's done in 4 years?
Yeah.
Like he was just getting started, and it's crazy to see like how much of an impact he had to people not in the basketball world. We were saying that earlier.
Just to see how good of a father he was.
Yeah, man. Like all the shit you just said, and he has time to be a coach, to go to all of his kids' games, to drop them off, to take, you know what I mean?
Well, like he stopped watching basketball after he retired.
Yep.
And he only ever started watching it because his girl,
who
is a sick fucking player,
she already committed to UConn,
going to UConn,
right?
13 years old, was gonna be Sherlock in the WNBA. Yeah, just to see her and Kobe courtside at the WNBA games, and you could see him coaching her. It's shitty that you're just not gonna hear from like NBA TV had a bunch of Kobe stuff that I taped, and like see Shaq crying, and I don't know. It's just it's a sad time for sure. And like I said, never even knew the guy.
No.
But just leaves a mark on everybody.
But it's what he represented to the world, right? Like I was saying earlier, it's people not even in the basketball world who are like,
my dad was just like, yo.
Yeah, man. But even like I respected Kobe for his mentality and the fact
Mamba
he worked so hard.
mentality,
Exactly,
bro.
man. And like that motivated and pushed people, right? Like you have people in the business world in different sports, like you have race car drivers, you have people all over the place doing it.
When all the guys, when you're in the room with celebrities and A-listers, whatever, when you're in that crowd, and all of them are looking at Kobe and asking Kobe questions on how you do shit,
it says a lot.
You know you're the man.
It says a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's what also is tragic about this is obviously that we don't have Kobe anymore, and we won't get to see what he does with his final chapter or even just the second half of his life. But it's the situation that he passed in, right? Like he's leaving behind a wife, 2 daughters, his little daughter,
3 more daughters,
3, yeah, because the newborn, which is wild to me that she won't ever know her dad, man.
Yeah, no,
like that is so heavy.
Like
we also we got to shout out that there was 8 other people in the plane.
There was
in the helicopter. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it was.
Here, I'll look it up. I know there was a dad, a mom, and a daughter died, then leaving behind their 2 orphan children. I think a total of 9. Yeah, there's a lot.
Pilot and 8 others, maybe. Okay. Yeah. It was Kobe, his daughter, and 7 others.
Okay.
And one of them though was the mom, dad, and the daughter.
The mom, the dad, and a daughter, leaving behind 2 more orphan kids.
That's
is like holy shit.
You know. Yeah, I don't know. And everyone wants to say, you know, you don't question the man upstairs or whatever. But it's just like, you know, I don't know. It's sad. Like some people say it's karma. I'm not about to go there.
No, there's a lot of people being jackasses about that.
Yeah, and now's not the time. Like nobody's perfect. So.
But it's like this is just you can, question his past and stuff like that later on. Right now, a man died. He's leaving behind a wife, kids, another, family died, leaving behind orphan kids. Like, legend, now's not the fucking time for it.
LA's got hit hard with Nipsey and got hit hard with Kobe. It's rough to be in LA.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Nipsey's gone. Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? Like, LA's taken some L's so far, man. It's too bad. It's shitty.
Yo, you know what helicopters should implement? You know how, like, and this is just like some bro science, dumbass thinking right now, but you know, like how drones, when they run out of batteries, they instantly, like, stop and then, like, slowly descent into a landing?
No, I didn't even know.
Yeah. So like, if your drone is fucking like flying like 2 kilometers away, it'll fucking stop. It'll like stay just hovering, and it'll just slowly descend.
Or like you would think like it would pop a parachute or some shit or something like that. You know, like like when the space shuttle lands, all the chutes come.
Yeah.
You know, like if something fails, like a bunch of chutes would come out, and you would do the same thing, just kind of go down on the slow. I don't know.
But I wonder.
Obviously, don't know what we're talking about either. So
did you see the photos though? Because it looked like it was in like a bit of a valley. Like it didn't look like it hit something, like ran into it. It looked like it like fell out of the sky.
I've heard that there was a fire on board before it crashed.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that a couple of times, and then I also heard about this stupid fog. So it's gonna take a while. It's just gonna be pure speculation, and we're gonna have to see what happens with that.
The whole thing sucks, but
yeah,
we kind of address it. Let's try and get a little bit more happy. You've seen the whole shit that's going on.
These next stories aren't happy either, bro. So
do you want to just continue on the sad train?
Rough start, dog.
I was gonna. The next one I've got is the fact that it's now officially Rona season in Canada.
What's that?
Coronavirus. We have our first confirmed. Buddy, you ever heard of Rona season? It's fucking Rona season, boys.
Yeah.
Buddy, so the first case got confirmed in BC.
Yeah, I seen that. That's right.
It's the third in Canada, which is so whack.
Yeah, leave out the Chinese, the people that gave us the bird flu and SARS.
Buddy, it's the people standing on toilets.
Coronavirus.
It's the people standing on toilets pissing.
Like, oh my god, man.
Yo, I saw a video of like, because people are going around like this is so fucked, yada yada, and like trying to like pinpoint causes. I saw a video of a bat getting boiled in China to be eaten.
Yo, I seen that too. My girl.
What are we doing?
My girl just seen someone eating like a moving mice, bro.
Buddy, they will eat anything.
And you wonder why these guys are getting sick.
Yeah, no shit. Yo, do you think this is kind of a good thing?
No. This is not a fucking good thing.
No. Okay. Just hear me out, though. Don't say no until you hear my thought process, okay?
No. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but China is so overpopulated. They have a massive population control. Does this not just
Yeah, but only 132 have died.
No, so far.
That's
so
a
far.
slow population
But there's only been 4,000. But there's only been 4,000 affected.
5,900. I looked before we started because my numbers were off.
100 out of 6,000 people died. That's a good chunk, like percentage-wise.
And what is it? How many in the States? Like 5, I think?
5 have it.
And 3 here?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. But I'm saying if that percentage is, 2%, 3%, we can start knocking off 3% of the Chinese population. And then the Chinese government isn't going to stop that. They're going to love that shit. They're going to let that go. Dude, I'm willing to bet you fucking...
Yo, they're doing it to
all
themselves.
Sorts of Chinese yen.
You see
this shit's going to go on for a while.
You see that fish market, bro, in Wuhan that they were, like, cleaning, bro?
No, dude, I haven't seen a fish market in Wuhan.
Disgusting, man. Like, who is going there to buy food? Real talk. Like, honestly, man.
But these people are rice farmers, bro.
Oh, they're supposed to be building that stupid hospital, too, in, like, 10 days. You hear about that?
No. Tell me.
So they did it when there was a breakout of SARS, I think it was. Yeah. So in Beijing, 7,000 workers built a hospital in 1 week.
Really?
So they want to replicate that.
You know how structurally sound that hospital is?
Oh, my God. I know, right? So they want to replicate that, and they're on it right now. It should be done, I think, first week of February. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
But, like, same thing, too. Okay, with that fish market being so dirty, like, their rivers, are disgusting. So you have people bathing in there.
You worry about your
and
own
then you
rivers,
have people fishing in the same river, and then there's also sewage going through that rivers. Like,
but you're one to talk the Ganges River in India.
Yo,
buddy, that's on you, dog.
Name the last disease that came out of India, bro.
Buddy, all of them.
I'll wait. No, go ahead. I'll wait.
Yes, because y'all can't afford.
I'll wait.
That's because y'all can't afford plane tickets here, bro.
Nothing. We clean, bro. We all bathe in the same river, but we clean, bro. Come on, man. What else you got for the
buddy,
corona?
You're the cleanest Indian I know.
Yeah, damn right.
That's not saying a lot, dog.
Hey,
that's not saying a lot.
Was he? I'm rub off on people right here, bro. What else you got on the coronavirus? Anything?
Not a whole lot. That was just numbers wise, and I think this is gonna be like I said. I genuinely think I know it's like bullshit before, but I genuinely think the Chinese government is gonna like let it go. Why wouldn't they?
I don't think
they're
really
probably
care.
Hoping because like what's going on over there is that like they're what's going on is the. So, do you know what's like the one-child policy, the effect it's kind of had?
What, like the whole them killing? Who did they kill? The boys off or the girls?
They killed the girls off.
The girls,
boys carry on the bloodline.
Right? Yeah. That's
You're
right.
You're gonna keep a girl, bro. What are we doing?
No.
But what happened was this was like 50 years old, right? And so people, like population was blowing the fuck up. They implement this. All of a sudden, they stop producing girls, basically. So it's all boys. But what happened, though, is when you have two people making one offspring, all of a sudden your population gets cut in half, right? Mm-hmm. Over and over and over again. And now what's going on is all the old folks are now hitting retirement age, like all the baby boomers and stuff. And there's not enough young people to actually support the old people.
I have actually heard
this. Yeah, so this coronavirus, I guarantee you it's fucking the Chinese government infecting crackheads and just letting them loose in senior homes. They're just coughing on old fuckers.
Fuck, we're gonna have to see what happens.
Buddy, that's not a bad way to do it.
Well, it's if it's not gonna be this one, there's just gonna be another disease that comes out in a few years, anyways. Let's be real.
But what I'm saying is that they need this. This is a good thing. I guarantee
they need to ramp it up then, if that's the case.
Buddy, this.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do it. Let's really do it, man. Mm-hmm. Quit fucking around.
Did you see that there was an earthquake yesterday or today?
No, where's that?
There was a 7.7 earthquake off the coast of Cuba.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's like a fat fucker, dude. 2020 is starting off rough for the world.
That's
fucking World War III, coronavirus, Kobe, earthquake. Apparently, like there was almost no damage though.
Oh,
which I find like super hard to believe because didn't like Haiti or was it the Dominican got absolutely railed by one the other year?
The Haiti got it. I don't know if it was an earthquake though. What was it?
I'm pretty sure it was an earthquake, bro.
But I don't know. Haiti got it. Haiti got it bad.
Right.
The Haiti got it real bad. Yeah. Lil Duval was talking about it. That's how I remember him and Charlemagne.
Okay.
But yeah, Haiti got it real bad. I don't even think they're like rebuilt either. Quite yet.
Dude, and
that's gonna take years, man.
Dude, they do not have the economy for it.
Yeah, that's another thing too, right?
It also shouldn't take that long.
How are they gonna afford it?
Buddy, it shouldn't take that long to rebuild a mud hut.
Yeah, you got to get all the people together, right? You know what I mean? Those sandcastles don't get built that quick.
Lazy ass motherfucker.
Hey, did you hear about the guy that they arrested in Thailand? They call him the Thai Ted Bundy.
No.
Yeah. So hey, I need a cool nickname like that, by the way.
You want to be Thai Ted Bundy?
I need like the Butcher of BC. You know what I mean? Like the Butcher of Baghdad. Is
yes, sir.
Saddam. You know, definitely need a cool nickname. Anyways, this guy, 40-year-old guy, he's like super wealthy.
No, you don't appreciate like that one?
Hey, what's up? I didn't
Says
hear
shit squat Raj.
you. Nah, whoop ass, bro.
Okay,
I am not
keep
my
working.
work boots on the toilet seat, dog. This guy, he's a wealthy real estate heir. He allegedly murdered a bunch of women and then threw them, in his pond that were filled with alligators and other carnivorous fish, and they ate all the ladies pretty much. They found a bunch of their bones in the bottom of the river. Pond. So far, they found 290 human bones, and they're gonna
I thought you were
have
going
to
to say
drain
290
it.
girls. It's like, holy shit, bro.
290 bones.
Oh, okay.
They don't know how many girls yet. Obviously, they have to drain the pond and then figure it all out. But they got a tip from somebody, went in there, and yeah.
What kind of dumbass are you that you're getting rid of evidence on your property?
I don't know. Apparently, he made his girl sleep in a metal casket too, which is really weird.
Buddy,
and
that's
she
a
ended up
power
suffocating in the casket.
That's a power move right there.
And then threw her in the thing. Oh man, I don't know, man. That's pretty. Like, this guy not heard of the dating sites. It's pretty easy to get chicks, bro.
You say he's like a millionaire, isn't he?
Yeah, apparently, he's super loaded, and his dad apparently hacked up a 15-year-old in 1983.
Buddy, this shit runs in the family. What the fuck is going on?
Ended up getting shot and killed, and apparently the mom was the mastermind behind it, and she fled with the daughter.
Wait. So the mom did it with the dad.
Yeah, for the father crime, they say that the mom was the mastermind of that. Don't know why. But yeah, he literally chopped up a 15-year-old girl. The father did back in the day. Somebody ended up shooting him, killing him.
Jesus Christ.
And the mom fled. Her and the daughter went to another country. I'm not sure where, but
and then the son carried on the legacy.
Yeah, fucking carry on that good standing name,
for
right?
him,
you know?
bro. Good for
brutal.
him. Continuing the tradition. That's what I'm talking about. I need
Honestly,
that kind of son in my life.
I thought maybe the alligators might have just eat the bones.
You said it was
too,
fish,
no?
though. No, you said it was like
Alligators
piranhas?
and fish.
I don't think alligators eat bones. Like, I know they just like swallow shit, but they're shitting.
That's
up
why you
bones.
need the pigs. You got to do the Picton styles.
no doubt.
Pigs eat everything. Right?
What was the local buddy near us?
Yeah, Picton.
Robert. Shout out to Robert Picton.
Yo, I used to party at that guy's property, bro. After
Really?
the bars. Yeah, straight up.
There's no way you did that.
100%, legit. Like, no lies. But these guys, they booze can there, bro. There's like,
Really?
No lie.
How tripped out were you when the news came
There's
out?
like, bro, parties were there all the time. It's like a lot of people were there, man.
I didn't know that at all. It was like a common thing, really.
Oh yeah, they sold booze there and everything. You just go there and party. People getting like punched out and shit, whatever. You guys, you just go there and party and like there's like dirt there or whatever. But yeah, obviously we didn't know at the time what the fuck.
So how
was going
tripped
on.
out were you when the news came out?
Oh yeah, super trippy. Everyone was just like
what
and then like
the
apparently like some of that meat got into the grocery stores. I heard.
Yeah, it was
Like
all over
the
the place.
pigs were like a Save On Foods or whatever grocery store bought that shit. So like someone probably ate that and ate some humans.
Jesus Christ. For those who don't know, Robert Picton was a serial killer
Well, I
in
think
Vancouver.
it was Willie Picton. Willie was the murderer.
Was Robert's brother?
So before we throw Robert under the bus, I think Robert got charged with some other shit, but it was Willie was the dude, was the creep. It was Willie.
Did they live together? Bro, he knew that shit was going on. Fuck
Yo,
Robert, dude.
You know how much property those guys owned? They were multimillionaires,
Like
man.
a lot of property.
They built all townhouses out there now. They sold all that shit. Like those guys
Yeah.
are multimillionaires. I think they have a sister too, but yeah, no, they're super loaded. But
Dude,
yeah,
I still can't get over it. You partied on their property.
yeah, a lot of us did, man. Like it was like
That's so wild to me.
after the club closed, that was one of the spots if you want to go hang out after the bar.
Wait, what club?
You
mean just like a
Haney
club?
here, like any club,
okay,
any club that closed. If you want to go there, hang out after, it's
Okay.
one of the spots you can go to.
I think meant there was a club there too. I'm like, dude,
no,
what the
after
fuck was
club,
going on
yeah.
at that party?
No, like the
At
after
house.
hours. That would be the after hours. One of the
Okay.
after hours. So, oh yeah. Yeah, good times.
No shit.
yeah, no doubt. Yo, did you hear about this? Michelle Carter got released from jail. The female.
No, tell me.
So in 2017, she was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah.
She was helping her boyfriend.
Sounds like a
commit
nice girl.
suicide.
Sounds like a nice girl. That's really good.
He was battling with depression. His name is Conrad Roy the Third.
Oh, I think I did.
18-year-old.
I did hear about this.
So he was like struggling with depression and he wanted to kill himself. Wasn't quite sure. Really battling with it, and she was like always encouraging him to do it.
Yeah.
He was in the truck even, and like he's getting like scared
Yeah.
didn't want to do it, and she's like, "You better get back in there and do it."
Jesus Christ.
Just like cold-hearted, was saying stuff like, "Your parents are only going to miss you for a little while, and then they're going to get over it."
She's probably flicking her bean the whole time.
You know what I mean? And like, I don't know if you've seen. It doesn't even really look like a female, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. But
was she a smoke show? Because if she's a smoke
no,
show, I can forgive her.
Like a boy almost, bro. But so here's some of the messages that she would leave him. She's like, "So are you gonna kill yourself?" Sorry, no. Are you sure you don't want to kill yourself tonight? Because I'll stay up with you if you want to do it. Another message: "You can't keep putting it off, though. That's all you keep doing is keep putting it off." Now, if somebody's like, you'd think you'd want to be talking somebody out of committing suicide.
Dude, clearly she's not well.
Like, no. And like, you gotta, like, you gotta be a sick individual to be getting off on something like this, man. Like, straight up. There's something not right there, dude.
The more I learn about like psychology and stuff, the more like I realize that like we have no idea how the brain works. And like people think about like the brain is just like this one thing that functions and everybody like has the exact same thing. Like the way it was described to me by a professor was like I'm short as fuck, right? And so like I'm born with like a height deficiency, right? Or like some people just have good genetics and are 6'8" and are born to play basketball. Some people end up with a physical ailment that they can't get over. Like they have a bum knee or they have like a deformed leg or whatever it is, right? You can have those same issues with your brain. So like think of your brain as like a body part, right? Like you can be born with, a deformed brain or a brain that doesn't function very well in this aspect or that aspect.
Aaron Hernandez.
Exactly, right? Like, so there are so many people out there that like aren't well, and not everybody you meet is like playing with the same deck of cards, right? Like there's different levels of shit, and some people like just certain parts of their brain just don't work.
I think she's a cold-blooded bitch.
But that's what I mean is it's more than likely it's a defect in her brain, right?
And like, she got sentenced to 2.5 years, served less than a year.
That's
like,
wild.
What a slap in the face to the
wild.
parents of the boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit.
So, anyways, I feel sorry for her future boyfriend.
But also get out of that relationship,
Good luck with all
bro.
That, bro.
But also get out of there, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, he's not thinking clearly. Obviously, if he's if he's even saying this kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know, and like just no emotion on her. You know what I mean? It's just like, and she, I believe, I can't remember at the time. She was like maybe, he was 18, I know, so she was around that age, I believe. I don't want to guess. I wonder how old she was, but I don't know. I hope she dies a brutal death, though. How about that? Straight up, I don't give a fuck, man. That's cool. That's cool-hearted.
Dude, you've been hanging out with your sister too much. You've been listening to crime shows and shit.
No, I have been hanging out with my sister too much. Filthy was saying I messed up on something, but yeah. Oh well.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
What about? Did you hear about that Jeff Bezos phone hacking scam?
Yeah, dude.
From the Saudi crown prince.
Oh no, I didn't hear this. I've got another thing to tell you after.
So you remember? I don't know if it was. Yeah, I guess it was last year. Like, they were like threatening to leak nudes of Bezos and his bitch and shit.
This
right?
is the same thing. Yeah.
So they found out how this all happened. The UN had Bezos' phone, and it's been determined that after he opened a file which was sent from the Saudi leader Mohammed bin Salman, his phone was infected, and it was dumping data out by like the shit ton. So it says it was a video file that he had opened. Apparently these guys met at dinner in California and exchanged phone numbers in 2018.
Him and Bin Salman?
Yeah, and Bezos saw each other in Cali.
Okay.
Chilling in Crenshaw, I guess. I don't know. So they say the UN experts said records show that within hours of receiving the video text, there was an anonymous extreme change in phone's behavior with huge amounts of data being transmitted and exfiltrated from the phone undetected for several months. Now, if he's doing this to Bezos' phone,
yeah, he's doing it to everybody.
How many other phone numbers does this guy pick up?
Yeah, no
obviously,
shit,
right? We know Jared Kushner, Ivanka's husband.
Yeah,
And he's admitted to talking to MBS through WhatsApp, and this is how he got into Bezos' phone. So,
okay.
like, you know, how many... You got to think, this is not the only one.
I
Definitely
heard,
not.
I heard something totally different. I heard that Jeff Bezos was like, because you're talking about like the nudes that were threatened
To his
be
girl.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Sanchez or whatever his girl
it was
is.
like that news reporter, right?
It was initially from National Enquirer.
Okay, yeah, but I heard that he sent like full frontal nude, just dick out in a bathrobe type deal.
Right. Whatever the nudes were.
Yeah, right. And then she sent it to her brother, and then her brother blackmailed Bezos, and then Bezos just bought them back.
No, it didn't go down like that. It came out just last week.
Okay.
The UN, it was from MBS that did it 100%. I know her brother is super shiesty though.
Yeah.
But the actual phone hacking thing is determined from this guy. And obviously he's going to deny it. You know?
No shit.
And they own apparently competing e-commerce site in Saudi Arabia. So it's like the battle of like the billionaire egos. You know what I'm saying, dude?
That's some fuck shit. That's like that's like the billionaire version of some like high school bullshit.
It is though.
You know what I mean?
Up, man.
You know, when like back in high school and you like, I guess for you, you'd be passing notes because you didn't have tone. But like you pass notes, gossiping about some dude, right? It's like the same shit, but billionaire type deal.
Yeah, straight up. Like, I don't know. They're all butthurt, and this is what they do with their money, I guess. And then also, so what's been happening too with the Saudis? According to FBI intelligence bulletin dated August 29th.
Yeah.
The Saudis been helping U.S.-based Saudi citizens flee the U.S. to avoid criminal prosecution. So if any Saudi citizens are getting in trouble in the States,
Yeah.
Saudis will come and get them out of the country before they ever have to go to trial.
That's what's up.
Because they perceive the embarrassment of their citizens enduring U.S. judicial process is greater than the embarrassment of the U.S. learning that the kingdom removes citizens from the U.S.
Yo, you know how bitch that makes Canada look? We just had, was it 59 Canadian citizens killed by an Iranian missile?
63, I think it was.
And we don't do jack shit about it.
Nah.
And they're willing to fly their people out of here when really they did something wrong, just so they don't get
100%.
like processed by the judicial system.
Like one example here,
Like,
there
how
was
the
this
fuck
guy
are we letting our shit go?
in 2016, Abdul Rahim Noura, who was 21 years old.
Yeah.
He hit a 15-year-old with his car, and the Saudis came and got him out of here and never just be seen from again. No, didn't have to face no charges, no nothing.
That's so whack, dude.
That's straight
That's
G shit,
so
though.
whack, bro.
That's straight G shit.
That just makes us look like bitches, though, dude. That
I
pisses
don't
me the
know
fuck
how
off.
I don't know how they get away with it though, but like we all know though that like Trump ain't gonna ever fucking stop MBS, bro. Come on, man. Trump needs that money. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
So, you know, all these fires that's been going on, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone donating, obviously, lots of money, right?
Yeah.
You know, so far, the Red Cross in Australia has received 95 million. Okay?
It's a little low.
So,
I honestly thought it'd be more.
they will only distribute less than a third of the money, bro.
What do you mean?
And it says they could take up to 3 years before some victims see anything at all. Now everyone's outraged. Like people donated
How
this
is it-
money to help out Australians to get out of this fire, right? So they said
What's their justification
They're
for
going to
it?
hold some of the funds for future disasters, which is so asinine.
Bullshit.
And apparently they're not the only ones that are coming under fire. There's Salvation Army and St. Vincent de Paul.
Yeah.
They're also feeling heat too. St. Vincent, they've raised $12.5 million, but only so far handed out $1 million to the victims. And the CEO, Jack DeGroot, says, it's not perfect, but the coordination is going fairly well. You kidding me, bro? That's
You've
what you
given
call
out less
fairly
than
well?
10% of the donation.
It's not sickening, man?
That is sickening. I remember listening to a guy, I totally forget his name. He's like a professor at some UK school, and he talks about altruism, which is like giving stuff away. It's like charity, right? But he talks about effective altruism. He says that a lot of the charity organizations, there's so much politics and process involved that like less than 5% of what you donate actually goes to the
I don't
cause
trust
you're
those
trying to
guys
donate
at
to,
all. UNICEF,
which is so
all
fucked
those
up.
guys. Nah, fuck all you guys. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't trust them at all, bro.
I don't trust them either. But what's your option then? Like, how do you help?
I don't know. You got to find a different way to do it. You know what? You know, like I know people that will go.
Like, bro, I'm not flying there.
No, but like, okay, a small example is like, instead of giving to the big corporations, go right to the street. So I know some friends of ours that they make food for the homeless every weekend. Okay. And they go down and give it to the homeless. Like I'm talking buckets of food, bro, and they go hand it out.
But that's local. Like, what do you do for Australia? Like, if you can't donate to these organizations, what do you do?
Don't fucking donate. I didn't donate. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, but if you want to help, like, what are your options?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, do you get on Facebook? Do you start like messaging people, or do you start groups and e-transferring people? Like, what do you do?
It's a tough call, but I ain't giving my money to Red Cross. I'll tell you that much.
I wonder if you donate to the firefighting organizations so that they can afford to get more people out.
Maybe.
Like, to me, that makes sense, right? But like, what is Red Cross gonna do?
Not give any money to the Australians. That's what they're gonna do.
3 years. That is fucking unacceptable.
Yeah, you got 95 million, and you're distributing less than a third, bro.
That is so fucked up.
And you're gonna just save the rest for future disasters. Said who?
Buddy, that's going into their pockets. That's not going anywhere. That's,
exactly. Like,
that's so whack.
That's disgusting. I think, man. You know, like those guys didn't have it bad enough.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
Then like, you know what? You ain't getting the money either.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's fucking whack. I didn't realize it was that bad. Like, I knew like it took some time and there was some bullshit involved. Like,
okay, you got to think this is not the only time it's happened. So how many other disasters have they withheld money on?
All of them.
There's been a lot of disasters.
It has to have been, like, all of them.
Yeah. So you got to think this is not the first time they've withheld money. They're the biggest gangsters out there. They're just rolling people for dough.
You're right, though. You'd have to do it like street style. Like, it'd have to be like get in contact on Facebook groups with like,
you gotta get a ground floor, like, you know, or whatever you want to call it.
But it'd even just be like messaging people like, what is the best way for me to help you guys? Like, where should I be putting my money? You know what I mean? Because like, they're the people that are actually on the ground seeing what's going on.
Clearly, these guys can't be trusted.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, how many more chances are we gonna give these people? You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Like, are we next disaster? Are we gonna be donating to Red Cross now?
No.
But I mean, we are though.
Not that I donate anyways, but if I was going to,
but like.
And I'm gonna sit here and be outraged about it.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I don't know. It's kind of shitty, dude.
It is very shitty.
What do you got? You got anything?
Did you see, like, going back a little bit more to sports? Because it's been a fucking slow week. Like, there's nothing going on. College football's done. It was the Pro Bowl this weekend, which was overshadowed by the Kobe stuff.
Didn't even watch it because of the Kobe shit.
Dude. And even then, to be honest with you, I'm not watching the Pro Bowl.
I never
anyways.
do. I never watch any of the All-Star games.
It's terrible, dude. It's such a joke.
I do like the dunk contest and 3-point, though, all day, dog.
Dunk's kind of lit. Although it's been kind of bullshit the last couple of years, to be honest with you.
I'll always watch those.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith and Joe Rogan beefing?
Yeah, I seen some of that because Smith was talking shit about Cowboy.
Pardon? Yeah, but like, did you see like Rogan had like a full big clip about it on his podcast with Josh Thompson, who's a...
I just read it in the paper, the shit that he was saying to Stephen
A.
I didn't watch the clip or nothing like that.
So what happened was after the Cowboy Conor fight, Stephen A. Smith did a cage side press with Rogan, and I believe it wasn't John Anik. Anyway, somebody else.
Stephen A. shouldn't even be there.
No, and so Stephen A. was saying that Cowboy Cerrone quit, that he didn't show up to the fight, he didn't try, he didn't properly prepare, and basically talk shit, saying that Cowboy didn't try, didn't put any effort, and his display was pathetic. And so Rogan gets on the podcast, I think the next day or the day after that, and there's a video that came out of Stephen A. Smith hitting mitts. And dude,
I didn't see this.
It is the funniest shit. So Stephen A. Smith, there's like a buddy holding mitt, right? I swear to God, dude, he's like, I don't know, maybe like 5'8", something like that, right? He punches at this dude's like dick. So it literally looks like this guy's like trying to pretend like prepping to hit a child. Like, you're gonna fight a kid, and then throws this weak ass left hook. And he's just doing this combo: dick punch, left hook, dick punch, left hook. And it's just pathetic, right?
Nice. I gotta look this up.
Yeah. So Rogan and Josh Thompson are just going off, laughing about this, basically saying how they spent, no bullshit, they spent 20 minutes basically saying how like Stephen A. is a nice guy. They gave that caveat. but he should stay in his lane.
Yeah,
he has
100%,
no
I
idea what
agree
he's
with
talking
that.
about and coming out and disrespecting. Like, to me, I was like, what the fuck, dude? You cannot.
Clearly, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And that's the thing, right? Is you can't come into a sport and start shit talking people the same way you do other sport, right? Like MMA is so much different than
but you know, he
basketball
gets
or
paid to be a
football.
loudmouth.
Oh, I know, but this is like
So that's him just taking. I think, and you failed miserably here, bro.
But this is one of those things where like the MMA community is so like they're so ruthless when it comes to like people stepping out of bounds, like because it's all like younger people. They're all online, right? They're ruthless with this shit. So like I think Stephen A. This is gonna ruin it for MMA for him.
Yeah, but ESPN is gonna be like, okay, Stephen A., you're not doing MMA.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, right? It's like, but you can't come into a sport that you don't really know anything about and then call.
Oh, I think he looks like an idiot for sure.
Oh, for sure. He calls the winningest person in UFC history, the person with the most finishes, the person with the most bonuses, all this stuff. And he calls him a quitter.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, dude, what the fuck are you
As soon
doing?
as I see or heard or read those comments, I just like, okay, this guy just does obviously has no clue what he's talking about.
So Rogan and Josh Thompson spend like 20 minutes talking about it, saying how he's not fit to and stuff. And then Stephen A. Smith comes back. Did you see his clip?
No.
Basically saying that like you're completely wrong. Rogan's completely wrong for doing this. He's been reporting for 25 years, and he starts going off about how his criticism of Conor us not seeing enough of Conor in that fight to determine whether or not he can stand up to Khabib, which is a fair argument. We saw 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if Conor can beat Khabib after that. And he spent the entire time saying that Rogan's wrong. He's been doing it for 20 years and talking about that, and like, which is not what we're upset about.
Yeah.
Like, no one even talked about it. And then Schaub actually made the comment where he's like, you know what? At the end of it, it kind of popped in my head that just sounded like a ploy to get on the Rogan podcast.
Well, that ain't happening now.
No, but like
I don't even know if Rogan would have had that guy.
Rogan
anyways.
would
Like,
for sure wouldn't have him on, man.
I seen what was it in the Huffington Post? Them calling Joe Rogan a transphobic.
Buddy, you know how much shit he's been called?
And I'm just like, yo, this guy is all about everybody getting along.
Dude, he's the most inclusive person you'll ever meet.
All about everyone getting along. And then I'm just like, where does this person get this from?
But
You
he's
know
been
what I'm
called
saying?
like a right-wing extremist, like a heavy Republican, even though he's liberal. Like all this shit, dude.
I don't know. It's weird. Stephen A., stay in your own lane, though, straight up, bro.
Yeah, it
you
was
definitely messed up here. And you're probably not going to see him at another MMA
No.
event again.
At the end of the day, you just look like an idiot.
Yeah, and I think ESPN knows that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
Yo, quick question.
Shoot.
We are allowed to play people's Instagram videos on here, right? Because they're making it public or what?
Yeah, hopefully.
Because I see like T-Fat-K and them do it.
Yeah, we should be
You know
fine.
what I'm saying?
What do you got?
The Antonio Brown. Did you see this in front of his kids, bro?
Oh, the screaming at the police?
Ah,
It's, dude. So
bro.
I think he's like,
Disgusting.
I think he's like straight CT'd out. Like
No,
Aaron
he's
Hernandez.
just a loser. He's
No,
not
dude,
CTE.
No, dude. I straight up think he's like CT'd out, bro.
Nah.
I will bet an asinine amount of money that it comes out that he has extreme CTE.
I don't think so. I think he's just an asshole. That's my take
No,
on it.
dude.
Can we play it?
Sure, if you got it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, I just want to warn people that it's there is a lot of swearing here, so just your heads up now. Do what you got to do if you don't want kids to listen. But let's see if we can
Just play it right into the mic.
Yeah.
Fucking people can't do nothing. You fucking white fishbowl, get the fuck out of here, you bitch. Come on, Polo. The fuck out of here. Fucking police can't have nothing. You a
For
fucking
people
bitch-ass law.
listening, he's
Get the fuck
screaming
outta here,
at a
you
cop
fucking
car
pussies.
while
Fucking
his
bitch.
wife and kids
Get
are
the
getting
fuck
into the
outta
back
here.
of it.
Get the fuck out my property, you pussies.
Apparently, his wife had
Fuck
come
outta
to
here.
pick up
I
a
love you,
Benz or
Poppy.
a car or
I
something
love
like
you,
that.
them bitch-ass police. Get the
And
fuck outta
I think
here.
it's undetermined whether
Bitch-ass
she
little
called the
car, nigga,
police
little car.
for
You wish you
an
could take
escort
me, You bitch-ass nigga. Fuck out of here.
or he did.
Yeah, get in the back of the police car, fishbowl, and you ain't leaving with shit, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, you bum asshole. Tell the bitch trying to come to steal, bitch. You gonna leave in the police car? Fuck out of here.
But he's half slurring his words. 100%
Hollywood police, Get the
CTE.
fuck out of here, bitch ass niggas. Get out of here.
100% he's CTE out.
Okay, but I'm gonna stop it right there. It does go on for a long time. I think we get the gist of it. So what happened was the baby mama comes to pick up the kids and tries to skirt with the Bentley, I guess. She tries to leave with his Bentley.
Was that what it was?
Yeah. And he's like, yo, she can come pick up the kids. She can't touch the car.
It's not hers.
It's not hers,
Yeah.
you know? And okay, that's fine. Definitely, right? But like with your kids being there, and you're gonna talk to like authority, and like I hate cops more than anybody. But if my kids are there, and when I mean kids, they were like some of them like they're small
like infants,
kids,
like
bro.
toddlers,
yeah, infants, toddlers, yeah. And you're gonna talk like this in front of them. I don't know, man. It's for someone who has had it so bad this year. You think you might bite your tongue, right?
That's what I'm saying. There has to be mental illness, man. It has to be CTE.
I'm not buying it.
Like I think he's a bit of he's a goof, to put it lightly.
Always been a diva,
right? But this is like it's progressed, because you look at the stuff he had done his entire career. This like that pales in comparison to what this last year has been like, and it's been such a sharp and heavy increase. You know what I mean? It's like gone from being a bit of a diva on the field to being an absolute sideshow.
You're just an asshole.
And I think the heavy thing about
now,
that,
honestly, I'm rooting for him to be kicked out of the NFL now.
But the sad part about that is he is screaming at the cops, and not only the cops, he's screaming at his wife, calling her a bitch. Or sorry, his baby mama.
Fishbowl because I can't remember the reason why, but the whole fishbowl comment was towards her.
Fishbowl's a pretty hilarious name though, if you're gonna call someone.
But so I guess
his kids are right there.
So
right there,
this is not even the end of it though. After all this happens, he gets arrested later on that week.
Yeah,
gets in a fight with the moving company.
Yep. Apparently he assaulted the
driver. Yeah. So the driver comes. I think he came from California, and pulls into Antonio's driveway. And Antonio's like, "I'm not paying the bill." And Buddy's like, "Okay, well, you're not getting your stuff. You know, obviously, who's gonna give
of course
him the shit for not paying, right?" So I guess the driver starts backing away.
Yeah.
Brown starts throwing rocks at his truck, damaging the vehicle, whatever. The driver leaves, right?
Yep.
The next day, the delivery company makes a deal with Brown for a payment, and the driver returns. Him and Brown get into it again. Brown's again refusing payment, which like I don't get this. He I guess allegedly grabs the driver through the car window, ripping his shirt, scrapes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. His boy grabs the ignition. They unlock the back of the truck, empty all the shit out. Brown gets arrested eventually.
Dude, I'm telling you,
he was CTE. In like jail with that suicide smock.
Yep. I'm telling you, it's CTE, bro.
Out on $100K bond, has to wear an ankle, hand in the passports, hand in all weapons, and go for mental health evaluation. So we'll see what comes of it.
This is just like such a crazy fall from grace. You know what I mean? Like he had the world by the balls.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for losers though.
I don't either. But like 2 years ago, would you have ever even thought that this was what's gonna happen?
No, like, I'm not surprised though, because he's always been a diva.
Yeah, but like OBJ's a diva. You don't expect him to be doing this shit.
Yeah, but I don't think OBJ would be screaming in front of his kids.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like 2 years ago, you wouldn't have thought this of AB either. You just would have thought, oh, he's a bit of a diva. He's a bit of a.
But I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if OBJ did this in front of his kids.
Of course you would. As of right
I'm
now,
not surprised really AB did it.
Really? Because like
really.
Even 2 years ago, he's basically OBJ 2 years ago.
Yeah, but he's always been a bad teammate. Always. That's never been an issue. It's everywhere he went. Even when he was lighting it up in Pittsburgh, him and Big Ben did not like each other.
Yeah, but on the
field,
field,
always an issue with him.
But on the field arguments don't correlate to screaming at cops and kids.
No, I know, but when you're always disrupting the locker room and none of your teammates really fuck with you like that, and you've been like that on every single team that you've been on, it's only going to escalate, right?
So I think it's a bit of a stretch. Because there's plenty of fucking people.
I think it gets worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better.
100% it is. I think he gets a CT scan and they're like, "Holy shit, your brain is a black cauliflower."
You can't do the scan unless you're dead. You have to die to do the scan. You cannot do it living. That's the whole thing. That's why Junior Seau shot himself in the chest, so they could examine his brain after he died. You cannot do that test when you're alive. That's the tricky part.
There are different brain scans you can do when you're alive, though.
But the one for CTE from the doctor from Boston that does it,
yeah,
it's only when you're dead. Only when you're dead.
There's got to be other ways that it shows up, because there's like fMRI, there's MRI, there's CT scans, there's CAT scans, there's all sorts of different brain imaging scans.
But this is the one for CTE is only when you're dead. It's the only way you find out, bro. That's the fucked up part.
That's wild.
So from Antonio Brown to another athlete who actually I could say I really do feel for. Delonte West. Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it.
So Delonte West, for you guys that don't know, played in the NBA.
Oh yes, this I did see.
Professionally, he played like 11 years pro ball. In the NBA, it wasn't. I want to say he played 8 years in the NBA. Played on 4 teams. Earned approximately $17 million. Played with LeBron in 2010. So there is a video out there, and he's looks like on a highway. Buddy like stomping on his head and like beating him up or whatever.
Oh, he is
right?
getting the shit kicked out of him. Like, not to put it lightly, he was like getting stomped, curbed, straight up curbed in the middle of the highway.
And so it gets broken up, I guess. And they got Delonte on the curb there. I wish I had the video queued, but I don't. And the cop, anyways, that's filming this, and I guess leaked it, is now suspended. It came out back in the day that the reason why he left Cleveland is he fucked LeBron's mom. And
wait,
yeah,
what?
No lie. And he even admitted, like, this was a well-known thing. This is why LeBron played. Okay, when LeBron played Boston that year in the playoffs, I can't remember. Whoever, like, people that know sports know what I'm talking about. That Boston series, LeBron played like shit. It comes out after that Delonte fucked LeBron's mom. Delonte obviously was off the team after that because you can't be fucking LeBron's mom. And so it turns out, I guess, later on, he's actually bipolar and has some other issues. And so with this video getting released, obviously it's against police protocol to release that shit. Cop gets suspended. And, like, you know, definitely my heart goes out to the guy living on the streets. But I guess, like, the moral of the story is don't fuck LeBron's mom, I guess, right? Like, straight up. That's what happens to you, man. Fuck LeBron's mom, you end up on the streets, fool.
Yo, I'm just reading this. How does that? How does that go down?
Yeah,
dude?
bro. He even admitted it on one of the interviews that he did.
Dude,
what interview was it? I want to say with Vice.
yo, you know how they're like
with Vice Sports, he confirms it.
You know how there's all like the Lee GM like memes and stuff. Like LeBron's basically like the GM of a team, whatever he wants to go to, right?
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, LeBron pissed off DeAndre. He's like, you know what? Fuck this, bro. I'm gonna pipe his mom.
And, like, real talk.
What is LeBron ever gonna say?
LeBron's mom, like.
No, you just do it for that.
I'm not gonna say
you just do it for that.
But, like, yeah. So
what Raj is trying to say is
fall from grace,
not that
though.
attractive.
You went from NBA to, I guess, obviously blowing all your money.
Dude, that's so fucking funny. How did I not know that?
Yeah, you did. That's crazy. That was like a well-known thing, bro. Yeah. So shout out Delonte.
Shout out to LeBron James's mom.
Nah.
Just running it. Good for her.
Speaking of shout outs, shout out to Larry Walker for making the Hall of Fame. Second Canadian ever to make it in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Born in Maple Ridge.
That's dope.
He made it in the last year of eligibility by 6 votes, bro. So, long time coming. Congratulations.
Hey.
You played for Montreal, played for Colorado and St. Louis. Super happy for him, though. He deserves it. Shout out to Larry Walker. Congratulations.
Fuck yeah.
What about this Super Bowl coming up, bro?
Dude, I haven't been this, like, meh on a Super Bowl in a while.
I think it's going to be good.
But this is the thing. It's like I was looking at the odds. Kansas is a negative 1.5 favorite. And the highest I saw was a negative 2 favorite.
Filthy's message. He just messaged me. What a fucking dirt.
Bring a roll, TP.
Fucking done, buddy.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all
Go
good.
on.
Yeah, like, I think the two teams are unreal, but I haven't seen any hype for it. Myself, I'm usually fired up for the Super Bowl. I've usually got plans going on. I've got nothing going on.
I stopped doing plans. I don't do those anymore.
Man,
I used to have parties every year, but
yeah.
I find I don't pay attention to the game. Too many people in my house, loud. I need to hear this shit, so fuck that. I don't do that shit
Yeah, but that's
anymore.
you with every sporting event. You like to be locked the fuck in.
I just got to be able to pay attention.
Yeah. I don't know, but like I said, I'm just not that excited.
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I think it's two unreal teams. I have a feeling, though, that KC is going to blow the Niners out.
Yeah, you think so?
There's been, like, a lot
I think it's going to be
at first I
super
thought it was
close.
really tight. At first I thought so too, but the more I've read and the more I've heard from a lot of people that apparently like a lot of the GMs and insiders think that Kansas is going to blow the Niners out. Are going to blow the Niners out.
I don't know. I think it's going to be super tight, bro. So some of the pricing, the cheapest ticket is $4,000 US.
Sorry, sidetrack. Did you see that the cheapest Laker game ticket for tonight is $1,000 over?
Yo, they canceled the game.
Yeah, but the next Lakers game it's over $1,000 because they canceled the Lakers Clips game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's the next Laker game.
Do you know why they canceled it though? Like, what's the deal?
I think it's just to.
Are they planning something? Or
I think it's just to honor Kobe. Like apparently they brought in like a grief therapist and stuff for all the players. You see that photo of Quinn Cook sitting outside the Staples Center, like in tears, like just draped over a fence. Apparently he was like grew up idolizing Kobe, and when he came,
DeMar, growing up in LA, like everything he got from his game was from Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
and that was like a lot of people, like the era of Durant, LeBron, Steph, like those guys grew up watching Kobe.
Kyrie isn't playing tonight because of
Kyrie.
Kobe.
A lot of his game contributed to Kobe.
Giannis deleted all of his social media as soon as he found out. He's not even on Instagram or Twitter or anything anymore.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a big thing. Like we were talking earlier, the league's got to retire the 8 and 24.
I think so. I think league wide. Did you also see that there's like a 2 million signature petition right now to change the NBA logo to Kobe Bryant?
No, that's not gonna happen.
And Jerry West came out and said that he's all for it.
I don't think that happens though.
I think they should do it. I don't know if it will, but I think they should do it. I think that'd be dope.
Okay, let's get back to the Super Bowl.
Sorry.
No, it's all good, man. Fuck, I love Kobe. But so you think it's gonna be a blowout then?
I'm starting to think that way. The more I hear, the more I read, the more I sit down and think about it. I got a lot of faith in KC. I got a lot of faith in Pat Mahomes. I got a lot of faith in Andy Reid.
Yeah, no, I think Andy Reid is one of the best play callers. If you want to grab a box for the game, it's gonna run you 800 G's. It's ridiculous.
But in Miami, that'd be such a party.
Super Bowl ad for 30 seconds, 5.6 million US this year.
Light work.
And obviously Gronk's having a party out there.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Well, Shaq, I don't know if
Probably
he's
not
doing it now anymore or not. Probably not.
Well, he DJs, right? And so he's big in the club scene down there. So he always throws after parties.
So yeah, no, I don't know. Like San Fran, really, I don't think they have really the one thing on defense. They're not going to throw Sherman's away. So Witherspoon and Mosley are going to get tested.
Yeah.
And so far this year, it seems like the mobile quarterbacks do the best against San Fran, and Pat Mahomes led his team in rushing the last 2 weeks. So
yep.
I don't know. Looks okay, but if San Fran can dominate the line of scrimmage, which they do pretty much all the time on both sides of the ball, you know, I think KC can do it though. I think their defense will just hang on just enough. For KC, Mahomes, what is he, 27-8 as a starter? Has never lost a game by more than 7 points. I didn't realize that until I read it. That's
pretty
fucking
wild.
Crazy. The only thing you could say about the Chiefs is they struggle in the red zone, only scoring on 54% of the drives in the red zone, which is kind of like shocking to me with all that talent. But
54% they don't score on?
54% touchdown rate in the red zone, which is pretty low. Like
That's wild.
Tennessee had 78%. Green Bay had 66%.
That's wild. I didn't know that either.
You would think, 100%. But
100%.
here's the flip side to that.
Yeah.
When Tyreek's getting 60, 70-yard touchdowns, it doesn't matter to be in the red zone.
It really
you don't
doesn't.
need to be in the red zone.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean? So that's like the kind of the flip side.
They can score from literally anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what their field position
The
is.
red zone thing doesn't really matter to them.
But still, that's a crazy.
Same with like the running game. They
That's
don't
a crazy
need a
stat.
running game. You know, so they're the only team in the league that doesn't need a running game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Obviously, it rides or dies with Mahomes for them. Obviously, and they're pretty close in all the major stats. Obviously, rush yards, San Fran was second in the league. KC was 23rd, so that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And San Fran's going to be running it down their throat.
Yep.
And on the defense, I think it comes down to third down percentage.
Yep.
San Fran's been good and second in the league, 33.3%, and Kansas City's been 11th with 37.1%. So I think it comes down to third down. You either get to the quarterback or you don't. And I think Frank Clark can get to Garoppolo.
So what's your call in the game?
KC wins close.
Wins close. MVP?
It's got to be Mahomes. If KC wins, it'll be because of him.
I think close first, second quarter. I think KC scores on their first 2 drives coming out of the half, and then they just take over from there.
So second half is a blowout for KC.
I think so.
I hope not. I want to keep the last game, keep me entertained. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hate Super Bowls that are blowouts.
So do I.
You know what I mean? It's just like, this is the last one that I got till next September. Don't do me like this. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
Yeah, this little stretch of January is so good. It's literally the best time of the year.
And like, yo, the Super Bowl winner gets a party in Miami. Like, how dope is that, bro?
Yup.
Oh my God. That's some legendary shit right there, dude.
Some of those after parties must be insane.
You see Lil Wayne give Skip Bayless his whip
No.
because they're all in Miami.
Yeah.
So he's riding around in Wheezy's Lambo truck, bro.
That's
It's
fucking
on Instagram.
hilarious.
They call him Whip Bayless.
Dude, I think Skip Bayless is so cringe, man. We've talked about this so many times. I hate Skip Bayless.
But a lot of people are supposed to hate him. He's doing
Dude,
his job.
I think he is not an actual sports reporter. I think he's just a TV personality.
A lot of people think that. He
He's just a
based his
TV
whole career on
personality.
hating LeBron. You know, a lot of people think that. But, you know, the people that matter, they definitely love it.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. He obviously knows what he's talking about. He's been in the game forever. He's articulate. He's smart. He's actually like, if people who know him personally have even come out and said that this is a shtick, it's a character he's playing. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's trying to
He's
create
smart,
buzz
right? Exactly.
and be a hated personality.
It's
but
gotta
I
be
can't
good
stand
cop,
him.
bad cop.
I can't stand him, man.
On that show, Shannon's good cop, he's got to be bad cop.
Yeah,
You know, that's how they play it.
It's just so cringe so much of the time.
It is.
It's so hard to listen to.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like, the LeBron bashing really gets to me after
It's just
a while.
old.
But what are you going to do? Like, the amount of people that listen to that show is crazy. I love Shannon. I think Shannon's dope.
Yeah,
He's always fair. But yeah, no, I mainly like it more for Shannon. You know what I mean? But there's others like, I love Bill Simmons.
Bill Simmons is deadly.
Bill Simmons is dope.
Colin Coward's good.
Coward's good.
Dude, I can't get over this joint.
Yeah, no doubt. It has baby joint.
Dude, this thing is so fucking tiny.
I don't know what the point is to that.
Here,
Hey,
hold on.
put it up to the camera so they can see what we're talking
Look at this
about.
shit. This is the
That's
most-
real. That's a real joint that comes pre-rolled from a company like that, and it's like a 2-hitter.
This is the most chode-esque joint I have ever seen in my life.
I don't know what the point of that is. But, yo, speaking of weed,
Yeah, shoot.
Illinois just legalized weed.
Shout out to
So,
Illinois.
yeah, straight up, right? That makes it, I think, so it's the 11th state that they can use it recreationally.
Yeah.
And for medicinal use in 33 states. So in the first 5 days, Illinois sold $11 million worth, which, yeah,
Dude,
not
that's so
bad.
wild.
So compared to Michigan, which legalized in 2018,
Yo, where is Illinois?
like Midwest.
Illinois.
Michigan sold 3.1 in the first 2 days, and Colorado in 2014 sold $1 million in the first day.
Oh, so like Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Chicago. So Colorado, it's taken 3.5 years to reach 500 million in state revenue. Now they're well over $1 billion. Like, they did it right.
Oh, easy.
Now here's the problem with Cali and Vancouver. Not so good. Like,
Well, Canada, it's a joke.
oh, it is.
It's an absolute joke. Like, people think, like, for those who don't know, like, it's not open market the same way it is in a lot of the states that have legalized it. Like, we became legal.
There's
here-
only like 7 government-run shops here in BC.
And what, the league became legal a year and a half ago?
Yeah, and they only made edibles legal this year.
And
they didn't do it last year. They
So
only
literally,
made
there's
smoke.
like you said, there's 7 government-run shops or
In BC.
online stores that you can. This is just in one province that you can legally buy weed from, and I think they released a survey that they can only keep up with 15% of the demand for the entire country. So the entire country is still forced to go black market, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they don't just give open license to everybody.
Well, that's their whole thing of spinning it was like, oh, we're gonna keep it out of organized crime. But here's the thing. So StatCan
Yeah.
did a study. Now, so if you want to purchase a gram of weed from the government, on average, it's going to cost you $10.23 compared to $5.59 from the black market. Who's going to pay more for shittier weed? Nobody.
And that's the thing, is it's government harvested and grown weed. And they've just gotten into this. The weed does not measure up to the black market, which has been doing it for obviously years. And so you're paying double the amount. It's shittier quality weed. And there's nowhere to buy it from because nobody has it.
No. And so for Canada, there's more than 560 licensed stores across Canada, but more than half of them are in Alberta, and that's the 4th largest province. So Ontario, Quebec, which together make up 2/3 of Canada's population, have only 45 shops between them.
It's so like they'd make so much money.
You want to make it legal, but they don't want to have the facilities to provide to the customers. Like, how do you think you're going to make your money? This is what I don't understand. Like,
but you literally just do background checks.
So okay,
give open licenses to people who pass background checks, and then just charge hella tax. They'll make so much money from it. So much money.
So regulators had hoped to have 250 legal shops in BC by now.
Yeah.
There's only 80 private stores and 7 government-run shops.
And I couldn't tell you where one is.
Legal.
I couldn't tell you.
There's one down in Vancouver. I can't remember the name of it right now. Legal sales of weed through July in BC, only 25 million. Alberta, 145 million, and they're a smaller population than us. So, like, Canada really fucked it up. Same with California, though. California fucked it up, too. They say in Cali, 75% of the weed still comes from the black market. They're actually cutting their state tax.
To get incentivized people to
try
buy.
and get more people to buy because no one's buying their weed. I think in the second quarter of this year, they made 74 million, which is chump change compared to Colorado. And like we all know, people in Cali love the Blaze. They got some of the bombest weed out there.
I was
Been
gonna
out there
say,
tons of times. They got killer weed out there. So I don't know. They definitely messed it up. I don't know. I don't even know if cutting the tax is gonna really save it, though. To be honest,
the only time it's gonna save it, the only way it gets saved is if you give growers who know what they're doing a license to grow. Because I'll pay a premium on better weed, even if like the government drops the prices to below what I'm paying for black market weed. If it's not good weed, it's not good weed, and I'm not gonna.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pay a premium for it.
Exactly.
100%.
Like you want me to pay double for shittier weed? Like
not a chance.
Who does that?
But even like I'm not gonna pay, $2 less to get shittier weed either.
No.
Even if they dropped it that low, and there's no way they have the infrastructure to get it that low anytime soon.
So I don't know. They definitely need to make some changes if they really want to see money like Colorado does. Go follow their model. Like they can use all this money to fix your schools, your roads, whatever.
They're pumping out billions.
For.
Colorado is, right?
Yeah, they're over $1 billion now.
Like
3 years, it was over 500 million. They got for state revenue.
So retarded.
Like, yeah, and like I bet you they're thriving out there. You know what I mean? Like, probably hella buses. Like, you know what I mean? All that shit though. All that shit. I bet you their cities run.
Buddy, there are no potholes in Denver.
Hey, look at our transit out here. That's a joke, bro.
Hella buses.
We got one of the major cities and one of the worst public transit in the world. Another thing about Vancouver that's screwed up. Beautiful Vancouver. So Oxfam report. You know Oxfam report?
No, sir.
So they're the ones that they do reports every year about people's wealth. They say the world's 2,150 billionaires have more wealth between them than a combined 4.6 billion on the low end. It's fucking crazy.
120 billionaires?
2,100 billionaires have more money between them than 4.6 billion people.
Oh yeah, I can believe that, no problem.
Nutty though, man. So
that is pretty crazy.
That is crazy though. Like they say too, if you were to save 10,000 a day since the construction of the pyramids, you would still be 80% less wealthy than the world's 5 richest billionaires. That's ridiculous, bro.
But
so the two of the richest billionaires, Bezos and Bernard Arnault.
Yeah.
They say if they have their money in $100 bills and they stack it, they can be sitting in outer space, sitting on their dough.
I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson said that if you lined up all of Jeff Bezos's like money in dollars end to end, it would reach to the moon and back to Earth 8 times. 8 times, dude. So insane.
Attaboy, Bezos. What else you got, man?
But yeah, that's all I got for notes. Like I said, it was a bit of a slow week when it comes to sports and stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I want to do a thing about the trade deadline, but
what do you got?
Well, basketball trade deadline's coming up, right? February 6th, I think it is.
Okay. Potential moves you want to see.
Well, some names here that I think might get traded.
Yep.
Well, this one I thought for sure he'd be going to Miami, but now with Chris Paul with OKC, they're doing so good. Do they move him?
No, they're not going to.
Maybe not. I think in Miami or Philly, if he does go anywhere.
How much does this tarnish Russell Westbrook's reputation and value across the league? Seeing as how he's really the only piece that left and Chris Paul came in. And they're doing just as good, if not better.
Oh, they're doing better. Don't get it twisted. They're doing better with a shittier roster.
So, like I said, does this tarnish Russell Westbrook in any way?
No, because like to me,
I think it does.
I don't consider Russell one of the greats though. Like I love his passion and his energy, but if you can't hit an outside jump shot your whole career, like I'm not putting you up there with. You're not up there with Kobe.
There's a lot. I never see us up with Kobe, but there's a lot of people in the league who still can like view him at the same MVP level he was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but like even back then, you knew he was stealing teammates' rebounds. The teammates knew it. The teammates knew not to go for the rebounds. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not trying to diminish him. Like I love watching him on the court. He's so exciting. The end to end, the passion is just awesome. I love it. But Russell Westbrook teams never win, and I'm not putting it all on him.
I'm happy that Chris Paul's having a bounce back year.
If you want to just look at his past playoff career, then my argument ends right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
So, and like same with James Harden. Now you got both of them on the same team.
It's not going to go well.
No, I never thought it would. Those are the two highest usage rate guys in the league, and you have them both on the same team. That's asinine to me. How you think that works?
What do you think happened?
If anything, their defense got worse with Russell back there. Like Chris Paul is always good for some steals.
Yeah. I'm happy, like I was saying before, I'm happy that Chris Paul's having a bounce back year, though.
I'm happy for the OKC fans. They just get rolled. So for them to be such a small market, putting out good basketball with a messed up lineup, like if anyone gets rolled in this whole thing, it's the fans.
Yeah,
as per usual, though, right? You know what I mean? Kevin Love, you think he's gone?
I think so.
I think so too.
Think?
Portland needs power forwards, but they're so cap fucked that I don't know if they can make it work or not.
Do you also think Kevin Love's in a position to have some influence on where he gets traded to? Because if I'm Kevin Love, I don't want to go to Portland.
Sorry, excuse me. His contract's so bad that it's whatever team can afford him that's where he's going, bro.
And he doesn't really got a say in it.
No. So, and he's still got value to him. So you know, I think
actually recording.
I think he'd be great for a playoff team. You know what you're getting from a good outside shooter. He can post up and he gets rebounds. Yeah, and is he going to play at the high level for the whole contract? Maybe not, but you're going to get some good value out of him. I think. You know.
So where do you see him going? If he goes anywhere,
I think Portland or Boston.
Boston's
a little bit undersized. I think Boston.
Do they have the cap space for it?
Danny Ainge can make it work. That guy's. If Danny Ainge wants him, he'll make it work. I don't know what the cap situation is.
I actually like that a lot.
But I think if he does go somewhere, one of those two teams could be. You know, I think DeMar's gone from San Antonio.
I heard that apparently DeMar and LaMarcus Aldridge are potentially being looked at by the Heat.
I think DeMar goes for sure. I'm not sure about LaMarcus, but they haven't discussed a contract for DeMar. So that's kind of like you kind of know. If you haven't talked anything yet,
yeah,
I don't know if they want him back.
But DeMar would get absolutely DeMar is skilled, but he needs a good environment around him, and that's no more evident than how he is on social media. And
I think the 3-point shot hurts him not having one still.
Straight up, it does. But I think if he went to Miami, that Jimmy Butler would absolutely put him in a corner, bend him over, and do what he wants to him. I think that Jimmy Butler would he would not be a good fit there because Jimmy Butler is so strong and demands such great things that I think DeMar is
who was in the league first? Do you know?
Jimmy or DeMar?
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
I can't remember.
Neither can I.
But just something I was wondering.
Yeah, I don't think DeMar's a good fit though in the Heat. I think it's skill wise he is, but I think personality wise, I think that's a bad idea for him.
Honestly, I don't think DeMar's really a great fit anywhere, and I hate to say it because he's a ex-Raptor, and I'm always gonna love DeMar for riding for the city. But I don't know. I think DeMar's gonna end up on a shit team like Detroit or something like.
DeMar got drafted 2009, Jimmy 2011.
Okay, so fairly close though. Speaking of Detroit, I think they're gonna. They had such a shit year. I think they make some major moves.
I think so too.
Derrick Rose to the Lakers, bro,
Okay, so
or to Philly.
Lakers, I want him to go to the Lakers. And because of this whole Kobe thing, I think there was a lot of teams, and sorry, not a lot of teams. There's a lot of players who didn't want to go to the Lakers because they didn't want to be seen as if they were just pulling a KD and just getting a free ring. But I think with Kobe passing, I think there's a lot of players who are going to be more than okay and will actually want to do that. Because you know how good of a story it'd be if the Lakers won the chip this year?
Side note on the Lakers, there's no way Alex Caruso should be voted into the All-Star game. So
Dude, I think it's hilarious.
this shit has to get fixed.
Or Taco
ASAP.
Fall.
Or yeah, this has to get fixed ASAP.
Dude, it's so
NBA.
funny.
So Adam Silver, get on that because that's a joke. But anyways,
Alex Caruso's nasty, dude. I like that kid.
50-year-old fucking haircut.
So good,
Kills me,
dude.
man.
So good.
I think Drummond's gone from Detroit too.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I think he ends up maybe like Atlanta, and I wouldn't hate that at all, bro.
Apparently, Atlanta was already in talks with it, and then
and
the
Trey
Pistons
pick
were
and
wanting too much for it, and Atlanta said no.
I love him on the rebound, just a killer rebounder.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about Montrez on the Clippers? I think he gets traded because he's a free agent. They're definitely not going to pay him the money,
Yeah, you have to.
so you're not going to let him walk for free. I love him on the Clips, though. I think he's great.
I think he's kind
Him
of
and Williams, man, when him and Williams do the pick and roll, is so deadly, bro. Can't be stopped almost. But
That'd be really shitty if he was traded because he's.
I think he does. I think apparently Dallas Mavericks are interested. I would love to see him with Luka and Kristaps.
Would he re-sign there though?
Oh, Cuban opens that bank, bro.
I guess so.
For sure he would. For sure he would. Cuban ain't shy with that money.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that much faith in him to want to actually give him any sort of big contract.
I think so. I give it to Harold. I think he's pretty dope.
I think
he's
it's
a starter on a lot of teams. I think he comes off the bench right now.
He does come off the bench right now, but
So-
I think I'm not as high on him as I think you are.
No, I like him.
No, I think
I'm a big
I think he's
fan.
a solid player, solid coming off the bench. He's someone that can get you points and is effective down the paint in certain matchups. But I think he's just solid. He's not worth.
He'll be getting
anything.
paid though.
That's what I mean. And I don't think he's worth the amount of money he's going to get paid. But I think like teams are hurting for centers right now and big men. So like realistically, like who apart from Kat, Joel Embiid, who are max centers in the league? And Nikola Jokic.
Jokic, yeah.
Apart from those three guys, who are max centers in the league? Those are the only three guys.
Trying to think. Yeah, I guess you're probably.
Those are the
right,
only
yeah.
three guys, right? Like there haven't been any good centers drafted or coming into the league lately. So I think teams are so hurting for centers.
Horford's really good,
But
and he got max money.
I know he did, but this is what I'm saying: is people who, in my opinion, don't deserve max money are getting paid max money.
That's the NBA though.
Yeah,
That's how the NBA rolls.
I guess so. I guess you work with what you're given, right?
Yeah, it's like a overpay for people just to get them away from anybody else. The NBA's got gobs of money, you know what I mean? So, speaking of big men on the move, another Boston maybe landing spot for a couple of guys could be for Tristan Thompson,
I saw that too.
Steven Adams, OKC center, and maybe even Serge Ibaka. He's a free agent. But don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Serge, Gasol, and Lowry.
Serge, Gasol, and Lowry.
what do you do with those three?
I would keep all three on my team.
We've talked about this extensively. I'm of the opinion you trade them.
Yeah, I would keep
all
them
three of
all,
them.
play its course this year, see what happens.
And then they just walk.
So yeah, well that's the risk you gotta take, right?
I think the chances of them winning the chip are so low that you can't do that.
Yeah,
Buddy, they're not.
They
coming,
don't have a high chance for sure.
They're not getting.
But I'm not gonna. They're like third in the East. I'm not just gonna blow it up because they're
Yeah, but
gonna
it's
be
regular
free
season.
agents.
They're not getting by Milwaukee. They're not getting by Philly. They're not getting by Boston.
I'm not gonna. I'm not saying
They're probably not
nothing to
getting by
that, yeah.
Miami.
Well, no one thought Milwaukee would beat them last year either. I know we don't have Kawhi, but OG and Norm has stepped up huge.
That's a big deal, though, dude.
But I don't think you touch these guys. Maybe one of them. Like maybe either or Ibaka or Gasol, but not all of them.
You're forgetting that series because like Kawhi single-handedly won that series.
Yeah, we were down 2-0. I remember
Yeah,
the overtime
and
game 3. I remember the series.
Single-handedly like willed that team into the finals. Sorry, into the conference finals.
Well, it was the team defense on Giannis that really fucked up Milwaukee. Them clogging the lane with everybody, and Giannis couldn't do nothing. So, yeah, for sure, Kawhi had a big part in it, though. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Any other potential trades you see?
Well, I don't know what the Pelicans do now with Zion back. Are they gonna make moves, or are they just gonna try and keep him and hopefully get that 8th spot? That's the thing, because if they do want to get rid of people, they got Redick they can get rid of. They got Holiday they can get rid of. They got a lot for both those guys to any playoff contenders.
Yeah, that's one of those teams that's for sure not going to be able to compete. So if, like, you know me, I'm of the opinion that if you know you can't compete, then you need to play long term. You need to be smart. So
yeah, but they have enough young players.
But that's what I mean, right?
But
you know
like,
what I
mean? So
but still,
you gotta get. I think with that team, you gotta get some vets on that team.
I was saying you keep JJ specifically for that reason, to be a mentor.
I love JJ.
So do I, and I think you keep him on that team specifically to be a mentor and to lead. But Holiday, I think you get value while you can.
I'd love to see JJ on the Lakers, though. Just saying.
Yeah, 100%. I think JJ on the Lakers. I think D Rose on the Lakers.
Bogdanovich or Davis Bertans too on the Lakers. Those would be disgusting.
Bogdanovich would be really good.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna. I think February 6th, I said, was a trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. There's definitely gonna be some big moves. There was a couple minor trades. Nothing really. I don't know. The Blazers and
I saw that.
Trade. Nothing crazy though. But yeah, there's definitely gonna be big moves though. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of low key going into it right now, but I agree with you that there's going to be a lot of movement.
I think that's it, or what?
Yeah, I think so too, brother.
All right, Mamba out.
All right, guys. See you next week.